Let's talk curfews. Do we have a curfew? Do we not have a curfew? When do curfews start coming into play? Usually, curfews come into play when your child becomes a teenager and he starts hanging with people who have wheels, right? It's the wheels that have the freedom. 16, even if they have bikes and they have wheels. Once they have wheels and they can go out there in the world, then when do they come back? When is the hour that they come back? 12 o'clock, midnight, is the bewitching hour. There's a saying that says, nothing good happens after midnight. Why? I don't know why. The teenagers seem to get drunk on this hour and they get crazier without any alcohol, without any drugs. That seems to be the hour that all the hormones start to go woo, and they start to go a little crazy. So, 12 o'clock, are they going to push back on that? You're darn sure they are. They're going to say, but Ma, all of my friends, blah, 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 blah. And you say midnight. And if you want to go have fun, go, but it's midnight and it's not 1 minute after. Well, what if I'm late? Well, I taught you time management skills, so I'm going to hope you're not. But if you find that at 11:45 you're running late and you're not going to be home for another 10 minutes after midnight, then you give me a call. I'll be waiting up because we're going to have a cup of tea when you get home, because that's what we're going to do every midnight. Every time you come home at midnight, you and I are going to sit down, we're going to have a cup of tea, and that's going to be our midnight ritual. So I will see you at midnight for our date. And that's how it goes, right? So they're going to keep arguing, but you don't have to argue back. An argument's not an argument, right? Now, do they go out? It's not an argument if there's not two people working it. Do they go out if their household chores are not done, if their homework's not done? Absolutely not, right? So it's a curfew before and a curfew after. The boundaries that you keep for your teenager are what's keeping them safe. Now, don't forget, from the time they were born, you were connecting with them, you were loving them, you were keeping them safe. That was your job. They're looking to you for love and guidance and nurturing. Please, when they're teenagers, don't stop now. They need you just as much as they did when they were little. They just don't know it. They're looking for guidance. If they don't get it from you, they will get it from their peers. Absolutely, they will get it from their peers. It's just how it is. Now, there's some peers that are dominant and some peers who are submissive. So the ones who are dominant are the ones who are laying all the rules down out there. If your child goes in knowing that he's got household rules that are higher level than his peers' rules, then he will be okay, right? So now it's 11:45 and he knows what's going to happen. He knows when he comes home. She knows when she comes home. She's having tea. It's going to stop a lot of behaviors automatically to know that when they come home, they can't just sneak into bed. And anything that happened, now they never have to talk about. And no one's going to know. A lot of those behaviors happen after midnight. So we're going to prevent them from putting the boundary at the end, and they can't go out to their household chores are done. Now, what does that teach them? That teaches them that it's work before play, right? They have to have their homework done. They have to have their tests studied for, the things that count in life. Play doesn't count. Play's extracurricular. So once your homework's done, once your tests are studied for, once your household chores are done, whichever ones you've decided that they are, their room being cleaned, the dishes done, the floor vacuumed or mopped, whatever you decide is their household chore, don't let them give this manipulation. When I come home, I will do it because I work best at night. This is the typical teen sentence. Because I work best at night, right? They don't work best at night. They really don't. They think that they do, but what happens is they don't wake up in the morning. They'll sleep till noon, right? It's our job to make sure they get enough sleep. It's our job to make sure they're in bed by that right time. It's our job to teach them how work comes first and then play. Schoolwork, chores, then play, and the boundary again is come home. Now, why do you have tea with them? You have tea because you're making sure at the end of the day, again, you're the one they connect with. You're the one who cares. You're the one they get the most guidance from at this stage of their life. Has to be. So the second they walk in the door, take them, grab them, hug them, smell them. That sounds weird, right? Smell them. It's a really big thing because you can tell if they smoke cigarettes. You can tell if they are around people who smoke cigarettes. You can tell if they were drinking. You can tell if they were around people who are drinking. You can tell if they got high. You can tell if they were around people who got high. You can tell all that from a hug or somebody who's trying to evade your hug and to, let me just go upstairs first. I have to go to the bathroom really fast. I have to go to the bathroom really fast is usually a key sign that says, okay, be careful. Your kid's now Visine it, or brushing his teeth, or trying to hide the signs of things that he was doing during this night of fun. It's your job still to guide them. I can't stress that enough. So is there a curfew? Yes, and it's midnight. If they're going to a special event and the event doesn't end until a certain hour, like a movie or something like that, okay, you can give the freedom of the way for that particular night that they're going to this event and then they're going out for it. But do the timing with them. Do the time management. Okay, the event ends at this time. This happens. You're going out to eat afterwards. Fine. I'll see you then at this time. This is your curfew. It's important. It's our job as parents. Okay, give me some comments. That's your Bubbie Pin for today. I'm Bubbie. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. I do want to hear your comments. A lot of people private message me their comments, and then that's how the next videos come. I do try and respond to everybody who comments. Share this with your friends. It's extremely important. Catch you tomorrow.